Hi everybody, this is Jean here, Jean Truelove from Truelove Quilts for You. I had stepped away from my machine because I had a little bit of an issue yesterday with my bobbin that broke one of my last videos. Thank you so very much. I wasn't about to waste the thread, and what I've done is very interesting though. Somebody had suggested rewind the bobbin, rewind the thread onto another bobbin, which I am doing. But it's interesting, on my Jazz 2, I've never had trouble with this machine winding the bobbin or anything, but as you know, this one exploded and broke. It hadn't even though clicked off. But when I'm looking at this bobbin, it's like really full of thread. So full that I've already hand wound onto another plastic bobbin thread, almost full, and it doesn't even look like it's touched that. So I don't know whether the machine has wound it so very tightly that that's what caused the bobbin to break. I've not had an issue with my bobbins before on this machine, winding these plastic bobbins. So anyway, that was that. I think I'm going to be able to get like 3 hand wound bobbins off of this broken thread thing. I wasn't going to waste it. Somebody said, oh, use the thread, don't waste the thread, use it for your hand sewing. Yeah, right. I don't hand sew anything. Give it to a friend who hand sews. I don't have any friends who hand sew. But it's not going to go to waste. I was just frustrated when I finished my video, and I am winding it onto my next bobbin here for the machine, trying to keep it taut, but not incredibly tight, and trying to keep it wound evenly onto the bobbin. So I'm holding it, winding it, so and so and so and so, like that, and then it's filling up sort of on one side, and then I have to turn it and go the opposite way so it's winding evenly. So that's what I'm doing. But I'm telling you, it looks like I could fill about 4 more bobbins out of this one bobbin full. And as I was doing it, as I said, it hadn't even clicked off. It was just filling it, just broke. So obviously machine winding bobbins are very much tighter than hand winding bobbins. But I'm saving my thread, so you guys will be pleased with that. So I'm just going to put this over here and just show you what I'm doing right now. I'll finish winding that. I'm quilting my One Block Wonder quilt. And all I'm doing, this quilt is made with hexagons, as you know. I didn't do a tutorial on this quilt, but because I didn't do a tutorial on this quilt because I did it so very quickly that it's not done great. It's so very pretty, it really is. But I'm looking, and there's hardly any of the points matching, and you know me, I really don't care about that, to the point where I'm making it and I'm enjoying it and I'm going to love it, but not good enough to show you how you should do this properly, pinning each intersection. That's why I didn't do a tutorial. But I'm just quilting it, and I was saying to you, how will I quilt this? It has the large panel in the middle, which I will free motion quilt somehow. But all I'm doing is I'm quilting the hexagons up and down vertically, and then all of the lines going across. So this quilt is being quilted about every, I'd say, 3 inches or so. Let me just see if you can see that. About every 3 inches or so, around the border, around the center panel. Now my panel was very large. It was I believe it's like a 44-inch or 42-inch square panel. It's a very large panel. And when I did my One Block Wonder, which again I have a whole playlist of how I did it very properly, you need your 7 panels or your 7 repeats. I had much fabric left over of the hexagons that I had cut because it was so large. I don't have enough for another quilt, but I do have quite a few hexagons left over. I was going to put them on the back, but I couldn't be bothered. But what I did, and I've never done it before, I've never ever done it before, I had a king size flat sheet. I've never used a sheet before. As you know, I always use fabric, quilt quality fabric. But I had this very pretty king size sheet hanging around. From our king size bed, I don't know, I have a fitted sheet, but I had this flat sheet. And I was going to piece my backing together, and then I saw this, and because the front is extremely busy, it has the grays and the creams, and then the browns and the blues and the blacks. But I saw this sheet, and I thought, oh, I'm going to use that. And it looks more like fabric because it's a very pretty sheet. It is 100% cotton. I only like to get 100% cotton sheets for our bedding. I don't love the microfiber with the polyester. We get too hot. Maxwell has sensory issues and he can't stand that. So hard to get cotton sheets, right? Really hard, and you pay a little bit of a premium for them. So I had put this cotton sheet, almost like a, I don't know where it is a cotton, almost feels like almost like quilt shop quality fabric. Really nice cotton. So I think, well, that's not going to go to waste. I'm going to use that for my backing. And it was a king size, so I had it left over. This is a little bit bigger than a twin size quilt, decent size quilt. So again, all I'm doing now with my filled bobbin that I filled by hand, I'm just going up and down, up and down. I'm going to the center of the quilt. That's always the hardest place to quilt. And again, my Jazz 2 machine has this lovely wide throat here, 12 inches. Just a mechanical machine, but boy, oh boy, it's easy to get into the middle of my quilt, which is always the hardest. And again, I pulled my bobbin threads up, and all I'm doing, my needle down, I have that feature on this machine. All I'm doing is doing straight stitches in the ditch. And I'm using believe it or not, I'm using a darker gray thread with a white bobbin in the white thread in the bobbin. I'm not going to let that thread go to waste. And then right off. So it's been a fairly simple quilt to quilt, because all I'm doing is straight. Again, it's a very busy quilt, and I looked at images online of how to actually quilt a one block wonder. If you don't know what that is, you can just look it up. It's a matter of cutting fabric, mirror image to make these hexagons, but it looks complicated. You're only stitching rows. You're making vertical rows. So I'm pulling my thread up, and all I'm doing is I'm actually just stitching row by row and then diagonally. So you see more of the pattern as opposed to the quilting. And the back is so very pretty. I really like that. I really like this nice uniform look. When I get to the middle of the panel, which is this lovely shepherd dog, as you've seen before, I will just sort of thread paint that. I may change up the color of threads of the areas, because it's black over here, rust over here, and then white here. So I may or may not. I might just do a gray all over, but I will see when I get to that. And I always say, I'm a little bit in a quandary. I always say to quilt a quilt evenly across the top of a quilt, because the further apart you quilt, the airier your quilt will be, the softer your quilt will be, the closer, as in thread painting, free motion, if I do it close, the harder your quilt will be, the stiffer it will be, as opposed to this all the way around each side, 3 inches or so, which is airier. So I'll see how I'm going to quilt that in the middle. I may free motion quilt it just every 2 or 3 inches, just loosely quilt that. But I'll show you that when I'm finished. Yeah, as I was saying before in one of my videos, I have maybe 3 or 4 more quilt tops to actually quilt. I do not like having quilts hanging around in my sewing room. So I had pin basted this quilt on my kitchen table, as you saw, but on one of my videos. The batting I'm using is the batting, my go-to batting. I do have a large bolt of this that I had gotten online. I believe it was 20 yards, which is the initial outlay for my warm and plush batting. Is expensive, but it's a bolt, you know, so high and so wide, and I just with each project I just go and slice off a bit. It's so nice to have. And I would think the cost of batting, you know, for a twin size bat or a queen size bat, it's however many quilts I get off of that, my bolt, it's probably much cheaper. Again, it's from the Warm company, Warm and Plush, as my friends out there know that's what I use. Warm and Plush used to be, I've saying this before, it used to be what I think Warm and Natural, which a lot of people use, 100% cotton, from the Warm company. I swear, but 20 years ago, this was Warm and Natural. And now, Warm and Natural, I find very thin. It still quilts up nice, and a lot of people use Warm and Natural, but this Warm and Plush, which is at a premium price, sort of the same thing as it was 20 years ago, but that's the way it is. I do love, and if I could afford it, I would use Quilter's Dream. I really like Quilter's Dream. That's a lovely quilting. And if you ever, a little trick, if you ever want to have a show quilt, or a quilt that you're really proud of your quilting stitches, then I would use this Warm and Plush with a wool bat on the top, a double layer, and the wool, you will see your quilting stitches. The quilting stitches will just puff up beautifully when you have a wool bat. You know, so many times we quilt, you don't, I mean, it's quilted, it's beautiful, but it's not as puffy quilted. If you use a wool bat on top of your other batting, it's very light, fluffy, and drapey. You will see your quilting stitches beautifully. If you're doing feather stitches, a lot of long arms quilters will load the double bat with the wool on top, secured onto their long arm machine, and then their beautiful intricate stitches really puff up. Anyway, getting off track. I wound my bobbin. I'm so pleased. I think I got like 32 bobbins out of that one that exploded. I'm using gray thread. Be proud of me. I'm not using white thread. I'm using dark gray thread. But even on even on the blue, it's sort of, I could even go darker. This is a dark thread, but I could even go darker because it's you can sort of see it. But again, this is just a pretty quilt that I'm doing. It's not perfect, but it's perfect enough. All right, folks, happy quilting and love from the Trueloves. Take care, everybody. Bye.